Is Mafia Definitive Edition any good? Let's talk about that after we read the description of the game. An inadvertent brush with the mob thrust cab driver Tommy Angelo into the world of organized crime. Initially uneasy about falling in with the Solari family, the rewards become too big to ignore. And before you say anything, I know someone's going to say something, okay? So I'm just going to get this right out of the way. Yeah, I might have mispronounced a few words. But the description of the game is more of a description of the story, which is kind of a big part of this game. It's mainly the main part of this game. Let's talk about performance of Mafia Definitive Edition. It's not the best. I mean, well, actually the game can run well, but it has full screen optimizations automatically enabled, and you actually might have to disable the full screen optimizations, which you think would make the game run better, but you might have to disable it on the Mafia.exe for the game to stop stuttering, or at least I had to, because for the first couple of hours of the game, no matter what settings I had it set to, it just kept stuttering. Even in the cutscenes it was stuttering, the gameplay it was stuttering, even sometimes when opening the map the game would stutter. And when I turned it off, the game completely changed, and there was no stuttering, and there was minimal frame rate drops. There was some frame rate drops, but not very many. Also, this game has trouble with Windows 10 Game Bar, which is used to record, your games, or you can click record that to record something cool that just happened for you can record like the last 3 minutes or something, but it just doesn't work with this game for some reason. %60 of this game, I'm pretty sure, is driving and cutscenes, or at least a lot of the game it felt like mostly driving and cutscenes. The driving though is good, the cars have weight to them, and it's fun to drive around, especially when you're getting chased and you have to drive around, turn around corners, and kind of drift around the city trying to escape. But there is a level where you have to race, and this race level is just horrible in my opinion. I absolutely hated this level. I hated the car that you have to race with. The controls, the race car controls horribly, and there are some bumps that if you hit them during the race, it could potentially break your car and fail the race, so then you have to restart. And basically it's super easy to flip your car anytime during the race or break it. So yeah, if you break it, you have to start over. If you don't get first place, you have to restart. The race is honestly the worst mission in the game, and I don't ever want to play that mission again. The gunplay, on the other hand, is good for the most part. The Tommy gun and the shotgun are the best guns in my opinion, because they are just the most fun, and the games are about having fun, so of course you're going to do the things that are the most fun. Throwing Molotovs or grenades, on the other hand, is really dumb and not satisfying at all, because the guy either just flicks his wrist and throws a Molotov or grenade across the room, or he just throws it over his shoulder, and it's just the most boring and just dumbest way in unsatisfying ways to throw grenades and Molotovs. I hate any system that is in this game. This system in any game, I just hate it, because it's just oh, just throw it, boom, flick my wrist, there goes a grenade across the room, boom. And the explosions when the grenade explodes isn't that satisfying, and when the Molotov goes off and sets people on fire is not satisfying. I mean, I don't know how you can make throwing a Molotov or throwing grenades unsatisfying, but in this game they somehow managed to do that. Shooting while driving is also bad. It's just not satisfying or anything. The movement for your character is also a little clunky at times. There are some cool mechanics that I don't see very often in open world games that should be in more games. In fact, any open world game where that takes place in 1910s through 2000s, basically any open world game that has cars and police and all that stuff should have these mechanics. So when you break the law, if it's a violent crime or you have your gun out, police will start to shoot at you. But if you don't have your gun out, or you get caught just speeding or maybe driving crazy, like going in between cars or something, The police will try to chase you down and arrest you without shooting at you. Also, in this game, if you have it set to simulation mode, which you should, because simulation mode makes it so you have to follow the rules of the road or the cops will come after you, and it's just so much fun to do that, and it makes it more immersive and just better when you're driving around the city, especially in this game when you're gonna be doing a whole lot of driving around in the city. Simulation mode is just way better in this game. So if you're gonna play this game, I would recommend that you have it on simulation mode because it just makes the game just more fun. But on the other hand, the police AI, they're kind of stupid. They're kind of dumb. It doesn't take much to actually escape them or get them off your trail. You can actually lose them very quickly. In fact, at least for me, most of the time I could just turn around or turn a corner real fast or something, and I would just lose them. They'd be like, we lost track of them. Most of this game is going to be the story, so you'll get a ton of story cutscenes, which are very well made. The lip syncing and animations during the cutscene is just incredible. It is really good, the animations and the lip syncing during the cutscene. The cutscenes just look good. Then you have to drive to the locations that you need to do. So at pretty much every mission, you gotta drive to some location. You don't just teleport to the location that you have, and it won't just like fade to a loading screen and then you're at that location. No, you have to go and drive to the location, and then once you get there, then it'll be some action, and then you'll get a cutscene, and then you'll get some driving, and then you'll get some action, and so on. The story is good, but I feel like the story could have been so much better. Like, I'm talking, it could have been one of the best story games. Like, the story could have potentially gotten a 9 or 10 out of 10, but I don't feel like you get to spend enough time with the characters and live in the world enough, because the characters are great, and I feel like if the game was just a little bit longer, and you spent more time in between, and it could have been... It could have been incredible, and the ending could have had more of an impact to it, but it was still good. Though the ending, I kind of seen it coming, but I don't want to give any spoilers for anyone who hasn't played Mafia yet. It is a good story, but it could have been incredible. This game has some good graphics. I especially like the look of the game when it's at night and it's raining and you're driving through the city and you can see all the neon signs and the reflections. There's something just about driving around at night, looking at the reflections, listening to the radio, hearing the sounds of the rain. But that's besides the point. The game looks great and the cutscenes look great. I just wanted to say that the soundtrack is good and the in-game radio is good, but I wish that it played more music and not this guy talking about the news or like, hey, it's gonna rain and there's gonna be lots of rain and it's wet out there, guys, be careful, it's raining. Can you tell that it's raining? It's raining. Did you guys know that it's raining? Or maybe I just got unlucky when I was in the car and the guy was just out to take my music away and ruin my nice drive home or my nice drive back to the base. But my goodness. I would recommend this game mostly because of the story and some of the gunplay, but at times this game actually made me want to not recommend this game and actually uninstall it. But overall, I enjoyed the game. The most frustrating this game got was during that race level. I mean, I was hating the game at the racing level, and then it got better because I got off the racing level, because that racing level is just garbage. But overall, I enjoyed the game. I just wish it was longer and more optimized, but it is a decent game. Anyways, that's all I got to say for this video, so hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. Leave a comment below, tell me what you guys think about the original Mafia. I never played the original. Let me know what you think about Mafia Definitive Edition, and let me know what you think about this video. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button because you want to be subscribed, and I'll see you guys next time.